Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. President, Energy and Environment Foundation, Mr. Anil Rajdan, Excellencies from Canada and Brazil, energy regulators, dignitaries, officers from the government, energy sector professionals, academicians, and dear students. Welcome to the World Hydrogen Energy Summit 2022, organized by Energy and Environment Foundation at New Delhi on 16th and 17th October 2022. The theme of conference is Green Hydrogen, Cleaner and Zero Emission Fuel for Sustainable Green Economy. Ladies and gentlemen, as you all know, it's a pleasant weather and a Sunday morning after the weekend and further looking forward for a long weekend. Therefore, the getting people out to attend a conference is a very hard and tough job. Maybe towards the afternoon, other friends and dignitaries who are not here may join. And tomorrow, of course, the attendance will be almost full. This two-day conference has 7 sessions and subsessions and about 40 speakers and covered a very wide spectrum of green hydrogen energy, ranging from its production and source that is whether it will be produced from water or from organic plants. And then comes the technology. What technology will be used? That is the PEM technology or PER technology. And then in what form it is to be produced, whether as a gas or the liquefied hydrogen. The form of product will decide how it will be stored. And then there has to be full study and a chain of storage. Bulk storage at production point, its logistics and transportation of the bulk product to the distribution center, and from the distribution center to the retail distribution, and from the retail distribution to the consumer. If it is in the transport sector, then it is as a fuel cell. The usage of hydrogen is commercially and technically appears to be feasible. Whether viable or not is a big challenge. It could be used for transport, all the 3 modes: surface, air, and sea transport. In the industrial applications, it could be used in manufacture of ammonia, fertilizer, iron and steel, refineries, methanol, and last but not least, one of the major factors is power generation. The challenges remain cost competitiveness of green hydrogen to the alternate fuels. And this competitiveness is not only in terms of cost, it has to be commercially and financially viable at all the 3 points, that is production, transportation, and storage. Because if it is to be in liquid form, it will be transported in the cryogenic tankers, which in itself poses a big threat and limitation. Then similarly, the storage at the distribution point. Third is the safety norms. Safety in handling at all the 3 levels, that is storage, transport, and distribution level. Safety norms, their compliance, and the cost of that compliance. Because that is a very important issue in handling hydrogen. Portability, of course, remains a $1 million question, because with portability comes the question of the storability, the safety, and ease of handling. The biggest is the ease of handling. And one of the most important point which was raised by another World Hydrogen Conclave at Rotterdam just last week, where one of the important questions raised was that how many units of renewable energy and water will be consumed to produce 1 unit of hydrogen. And if this 1 unit of hydrogen is to be deployed for the generation of power, how many units it will generate? So there has to be a cost-benefit analysis of apple-to-apple comparison of the cell and vice versa, hydrogen cell and vice versa. Similarly, in transport, electric bus or car with battery storage vis-a-vis the hydrogen cell. How many kilometers the cell will give, and for the same kilometer, how much cost the electricity with storage will cost per kilometer. So these 2 or 3 issues remain the major challenges on which the conference has to deliberate during the next 2 days. Germany is having 14 trains running on green hydrogen. And if that Siemens experiment remains commercially viable, by 2030, they have a plan to convert 2,000 locomotives and trains on hydrogen fuel cell. On the issue for R&D, research and development and product innovation and product production scalability to reduce cost is going on in 42 countries all across the world, including the most developed and the developing, and not the least, even India is going ahead in this. Recently, NTPC and Siemens have signed an MOU to make sure how much green hydrogen can be used along with the CNG to run the automobiles. This much about the conference, the academic and professional part of it. Ladies and gentlemen, Energy and Environment Foundation also recognizes technologists, academicians, energy industry professionals for their excellence and work to further green energy, green economy, green employment aimed at sustainable energy security and energy future of the country. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.